Hey guys, welcome to Black United. Welcome to another video, and today I'm gonna have to talk about something that I at least touched upon on a recent Dembele video. And as you already might know, and if you don't, well, I'm here to give you the news. Lionel Messi has had a letdown. He's had another injury, or at least he hasn't progressed in his injury and has had an inconvenience. He apparently hasn't recovered as he was supposed to, and he will be out for the next month, at least for the next 4 weeks, around that. He's expected to be missing games for Barcelona, meaning that he will be missing the next couple of league games and even our first match day in the Champions League. I'll be talking about the draw of the Champions League and maybe how things are gonna go when the draw is done tomorrow, or if you're watching this video in the next couple hours, I believe. But it's time to talk about the topic of Barcelona, because like I touched upon the Dembele. I said I'm not giving Dembele an excuse for getting injured, but it was very weird to me that a guy that has never had injuries before coming to Barcelona all of a sudden gets injuries, and in the beginning of the season, basically all our forwards get injured for no reason. And I'm starting to think, why does Barcelona have such bad luck with injuries when we really never had these like muscle injuries before? Because most of these are muscle injuries, which again lead me to believe that Barcelona physically don't train well. And this is being supported by a few things that I'm going to be discussing, but in reality, this cannot keep going on. Like, this is a joke. Like, it's not possible that every player in the team is unprofessional. Because if you tell me Dembele is the only one that gets injured, and I could say, well, yeah, he could be just having problems of unprofessionalism, stuff like that. But as we know, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi are the examples and embodiment of professionalism. And that Messi getting this kind of injuries, with also Rafinha, who basically seems to get injured at Barca every time he's at Barcelona, but he went 6 months on loan to Inter and did not have a single injury. Well, that leads me to believe that there is a problem with the physical trainers of Barcelona, that we're not preparing the players physically. Like I mentioned before, Luciano Spalletti, former Inter coach, when we faced Inter in the Champions League the past season, he basically said that if his team trained like Barcelona, they would get battered, like 40-0, something like that. And that is a problem that he's questioning the way that we train. And that is worrying if he's so happy and so free to say something like that, because that is serious. Also, I have to say, why does Barcelona, even though they're not like they're not physically tired, they just look like they cannot cope with teams that are just like on the same level as them. For example, how is it that Barcelona was more rested for that second leg against Liverpool, because we rested 8 of the players that we played against Liverpool did not play against Celta Vigo, and Liverpool basically played the same starting 11 against Newcastle a few days before, and had to get them. They have to run. They couldn't get the win until the last couple minutes of the game, and they still came out with more intensity than Barcelona, but not a little bit, a lot more. Like Barcelona, it was the same thing all over again. And the problem is that, I mean, I'm not 100% certain, but I'm 99% certain that physically we're just not preparing the team correctly. That Ernesto Valverde the same as Zinedine Zidane, because Isco is also being diagnosed with another injury it's going to be out for a month. I can tell that. I mean, I don't have to know that these injuries happen in order to know this, but Ernesto Valverde and Zinedine Zidane have opted to go with a strategy of, I'll let the players do whatever the hell they want. I'm not going to push them too much. We're going to kind of train. We're going to do maybe some gym, some ball movement, and that's it. He decided to basically let them train at their own liking, and because they're professionals, he trusts the squad. He won't push them too much, and I understand to a point why he won't push them, because he knows that if he pushes those players with how much they fund, they could do a Leicester with Ranieri. Basically, the players down tools, and Ranieri gets sacked. They get a new coach, and all of a sudden they start winning, playing the same way that they used to be playing all the time. Or with Mourinho, with Solskjaer. Mourinho gets sacked, United were losing a lot of games. All of a sudden, Solskjaer comes, doesn't really change anything. Like, structurally, he doesn't change anything. And United go on a winning streak of God knows how that happened. So I understand to a point why Ernesto Valverde won't push the players that much. But this is ridiculous. Like, we need someone brave at the helm of Barcelona. And we need the board to support the manager. That if the players are causing problems, they are the ones that get kicked out, not the manager. If you have a proper manager, and we had two of them, and you basically put the trust bet mode on the players than on the manager, which I'm talking about Guardiola and Luis Enrique, because I'm going to put it out like this. The worst Luis Enrique side, who was the 16-17 season, Barcelona, if that Barcelona would have been in these past 2 seasons, we would have 2 more Champions Leagues at least, and probably we would have 2 more trebles, if I'm completely honest with you. Because the Copa del Rey, I'm pretty sure we would have won it. And the Champions Leagues, we've never had easier Champions League trophies to win. You had to beat Roma, which you could have done walking. You had to go against a Liverpool team that, okay, that 17-18 season, it wasn't the Liverpool team. It was a good Liverpool team, but it wasn't the Liverpool team. You could have beat that team. And against Real Madrid, we know what happens. Against in the last season's Champions League, I believe we would have been able to go past Liverpool with a good Barcelona side. The thing is that we are not a good Barcelona side. We are a mediocre Barcelona side. We've accepted mediocrity because as long as the team wins, then we won't criticize them. But whenever they lose, we're gonna go full destroyer mode. And that doesn't do anything for us. Because why am I saying this right now? Because there is time to change right now. If changes are made right now, we can go into the season, do things well, and at the latter end of the season, we'll be ready to compete for all titles. It's not good to me to judge the team at the end of the season when they are fighting for all titles, when they need the most support from the club and for the fans. So this cannot happen. Like, I'm not excusing Dembele for getting injured. I'm not excusing anyone for getting injured. But when the preparations physically just seem to be so obviously that they're damning, like the level of intensity against Bilbao was pathetic. It was pathetic. It looked like that was our first preseason game of the season, and that was pathetic. Like changes need to happen. I'm enough. I'm done about giving up titles that we should be winning. I'm done. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of giving Real Madrid Champions League titles that if we had a decent team, we would knock them out. I'm sure of it. I'm sick of it. Like, I know that Barcelona are better. We need to demand better. This cannot happen. Like, same thing goes with Real Madrid. Those players have gotten far too comfortable with. I've already shown it before. Ramos saying that respect is not something that it's earned, but I mean it's not something that should be expected but earned. Like, who are the players to say anything about managers? Who are they? They're no one. The job of a player is to train and to play. That is the only 2 things. They should not have an opinion on the club. If you ask them, they could have a concern and they could voice it to to the club, to the sporting directors, to the manager, and they could take it into consideration if need be. But they should not have an active role in the team. There is also the news about Neymar that will be coming out soon. There's rumors that he's going to be coming close to Barcelona, and well, I don't think it's going to help in any case the being professional part of the club, but whenever it gets official, I'll be doing the positive video. I'll be doing like the welcome back Neymar video. If he comes back to Barcelona, if he goes to Real Madrid, I will still be making a video, and if he stays at PSG, I will still be making a video, because all of those things impact Barcelona in a different way. I don't know what's gonna happen. The transfer window is still open, and I still don't know how Barcelona are gonna be looking by September 2nd. We'll see what's gonna happen. And well, leave me your comments, your opinions. What do you think about the Barcelona case? Why you think that all the players seem to be injured all of a sudden? Do you think it's normal? Do you think that it will pass? Leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.
Like a Hellcat.